I'm Paige Nita.
And I'm Bridget Galasini. I'm from Northbrook, Illinois.
And I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan, but we moved to Wilmette in 2002.
We both go to Loyola Academy.
I like the Catholic Church's view on God.
I believe that we should just love one another because it's the right thing to do.
We're both honor students.
And we both live on the North Shore.
And our parents both work for the same pharmaceutical company.
We're both attending the University of Notre Dame in the fall.
Don't get us wrong. We're excited to be Domers.
But behind our excitement is a lot of questions. Why do we, of all the people in America, deserve to go to this top-tier university?
Sure, we're hard workers, but we wouldn't be as smart or determined if we didn't go to Loyola. What did we do to deserve to go to a college preparatory school? What did we do to belong to the social class we belong to?
When applying to colleges, there are a few things to consider.
The ACT, for one, high school transcript, hopefully filled with tons of AP classes, clubs and activities, and recommendations.
But among these categories is an invisible force, the force of privilege.
And if you think about it, that makes total sense. Only the privileged are able to afford ACT tutoring, greatly inflating their base score. The privileged are the ones at private schools, which are more likely to offer AP and college-level courses and have an environment suitable for study. It is the privileged who get to participate in clubs and activities, in contrast to those working an after-school job. It is the privileged who will have teachers truly invested in their education.
As the video shows, when colleges think diversity, they often think of race. However, beyond this most superficial form of diversity, elite schools are grossly uniform. Socioeconomic diversity is continually neglected. Who gets to go to college is a matter of economic class. Then, who gets to get an influential job is a matter of who went to the most elite college. So those who have an influence maintain their influence, while the voices of those in poverty are never heard.
For example, you are 25 times more likely to encounter a wealthy student than a poor student in an Ivy League. That's crazy.
So how can college admissions be considered a meritocracy?
In reality, it all comes down to class. So as upper-class students going to great colleges, what do we do?
Lower-class children are at a disadvantage from the minute they are born. From having to worry about survival more than education, to not having money for tutors, the lower-class student is set up for rejection. As a result, we have elite colleges filled with students just like us.
How do we change this? Well, the change has to start before the college admission process. As the University of Chicago Business Admissions Director, Toby Catalou, says, the privilege affects the students before they apply, not when they apply, which is true. Admissions don't favor those with privilege. No, but the college process sure does. Test scores, AP classes, extracurriculars, those from affluent neighborhoods win in every category. Because
we have more time to focus on academics, we have access to resources, we know our options, and we have the money to get private tutors to raise our standardized test scores and GPAs.
So, how do we get those from lower economic classes to have these same advantages? Little by little, because as Miss Atwood says, if you look at the big picture, it's way too depressing. It would paralyze us because it seems so hopeless. But by focusing on small projects and schools instead, progress can be made.
So the only fair way to compare these kids to kids like us is to measure how much they've grown, not how well they test compared to students like us. That is exactly what Miss Atwood fights for in the Loyola Admissions Department. She judges students on their work ethic and how far they have come individually. Test scores are not a fair representation because those from lower classes can't even begin to compete. The current meritocracy of the college admissions process is not really a meritocracy at all, because it's simply a cycle that continually favors the rich.